Single-minded Fury or Titan's Grip. This video is to help explain the differences between the two. I will discuss a variety of topics such as the damage differences, speed and rage generation, do's and don'ts, and a summary overview that covers the basic information you need to help you come to a decision for what works best for you and your playstyle. So to begin, despite being Fury, we all know and understand the spec in general, but it is split into two different sides. We have those who go single-minded Fury and those who go Titan's Grip. And the question always remains, what one is the best choice? Well, in order to answer this, we need to cover what the differences are, and to begin, we'll go ahead and cover the key passive ability of Crazed Berserker that makes all of this possible. So what this does, Single-minded Fury deals 30% additional damage and 50% additional damage to your offhand, and Titan's Grip gets a 25% increase for the offhand damage. Many of you may wonder where this shows up on your stat page. Here's how it works out. Notice on your damage when you first equip a pair of one-handers, your damage will seem much lower. After 30 seconds, your damage will increase, main hand damage increases by 30%, and offhand damage increases by over 50%. When you equip a pair of two-handers, the damage is already adjusted and increased by 25% without the need to wait 30 seconds. So let's go ahead and compare Single-minded Fury damage to Titan's Grip damage. So notice the difference. You'll see that a pair of one-handers does provide a bit more offhand damage than two-handers. This is why many players enjoy Single-minded Fury for PvP. It does provide slight bit more wild strike damage and execute offhand damage, but the two-hander does provide more main hand damage than Single-minded Fury. So it really depends on your playstyle and how you approach it. I myself have found both nearly identical in most cases and enjoy using both, but I will most likely continue to use Titan's Grip. With the removal of Flurry, we no longer have the 25% melee attack speed increase, so our weapon damage speed is pretty low for the most part unless you stack haste. So if you like hitting faster, you'll want to stick with Single-minded Fury. If you're partial on attack speed and it doesn't matter for you personally, Titan's Grip is always there for you. With this in mind, this does bring up the topic of rage generation from auto attacks. Since auto attacks will generate the same amount of rage providing you do not miss a single attack, you will get about 100 rage within the 18 to 20 seconds of just auto attacking with either Single-minded Fury or Titan's Grip. I see this a lot. People will say, but in PvP you build more rage as Single-minded Fury from attacking. Single-minded Fury may be a bit smoother versus Titan's Grip, but if you're like me, you probably spend a lot of time in defensive stance, and auto attacks mean nothing for producing rage. With that in mind, they build about the same amount of rage from abilities themselves. Remember these key points. Battle stance, they produce about the same amount of rage, and in defensive stance, no rage produced from auto attack, so it doesn't matter whether you go Single-minded Fury or Titan's Grip. So for some basic do's and don'ts, do get yourself either a pair of two-handed weapons or a pair of one-handed weapons. Don't mix and match. This means using one-handed weapons as a main hand weapon or a two-handed as an offhand, or vice versa. And don't weapon swap mid-fight, meaning if your Titan's Grip and macro weapon to swap to execute with one-handers, you're missing out on a huge chunk of damage since it will take about 30 seconds for Crazed Berserker to activate. So some common differences to take into consideration. Single-minded Fury is much cheaper when it comes to spending points, whereas Titan's Grip will require about 7,000 points. Titan's Grip will provide much more stats than Single-minded Fury. Single-minded Fury will be more consistent damage, whereas Titan's Grip will be a little bit more bursty from auto attacks. Sudden death procs, these work from a 2.5 roll procs per minute status, meaning it should be about the same for both either Single-minded Fury or Titan's Grip. Sometimes it may feel you get more as Single-minded Fury, sometimes it may feel you get more with Titan's Grip, but technically they should be about the same amount of procs. So there you have it, just a quick basic video to help explain the differences between Single-minded Fury and Titan's Grip. So depending on your playstyle, go with what you want. If you can afford Titan's Grip, then go ahead and try it. The damage difference isn't too different right now other than the offhand damage. Keep experimenting and finding what works best for you in terms of the attack speed, stats, or even minor damage differences. Just be sure to have fun doing it. Thanks for watching.